A pack of infected yet intelligent dogs traps 5 kids on an island and hunts them for pleasure. 5 college friends plan a weekend on an island after inheriting their dead uncle's house. Unbeknownst to them, the island is infested with rabid dogs, which have become sensible and intelligent. The dogs eye the kids and plot against them. They attack them several times, but 3 of the kids manage to escape on a boat, only to find it infested with more dogs. The film opens with a couple lost in the vastness of the sea on their boat. After hours of wandering, they come across an unknown island. The man stays behind to tie his boat, while the girl takes a stroll and gets lost. She comes across a fence zone where she's attacked and devoured by a vicious dog. The scenes are then swung to the film's leads, a group of 5 college students making their way to the same island on their private plane. When they land on the island and tie their plane to the dock, it's revealed that John and Matt are brothers who have recently inherited their uncle's house on the island after his death. They have brought along their friends for a week-long stay. They get inside the house and find old booze in the cellar, which excites them. John and Matt go to the garage to use their uncle's car engine to start the generator and power the house. Back in the kitchen, Sarah gets bummed out when she's unable to start her blender to make her martinis due to no power in the house. When the brothers fail to bring the power back on, Noah asks Sarah to join him in the basement to fix the fuse box, which he spotted earlier. The two locate the blown-up fuse and replace it with a spare one, which brings the power back. Upstairs, Nicki is joined by her boyfriend Matt. The two mingle in the attic and watch John test riding the zipline. He successfully makes his way to the sea near the dock, where Noah and Sarah throw him a floating tire tube to hop on. After chilling the entire day, John shows everyone his crossbow and arrow shooting skills on the house's porch. There, an adorable German Shepherd puppy joins them and melts everyone's hearts. That night, when they run out of booze, Noah decides to grab more from the cellar, where the puppy growls at him aggressively and runs away through the creek under the main door. Sarah takes John out to find the puppy, but instead gets attacked and bitten by a vicious dog. John rushes her back inside the house, where Matt treats her wound because he's studying to be a vet. He suggests boarding their plane to get Sarah rabies shots, but John refuses to and tells by experience that one can easily survive without the shots up to 1 week because he's done it before. Sarah gets convinced and chooses to stay. That night, Matt reveals to Nicki that his uncle used to take them to a dog training compound a few miles away from this house, but it was shut down last year because one of the dogs got rabies and started spreading it, which resulted in euthanizing all the dogs. Meanwhile, John spots Sarah facing the kitchen window, staring into an abyss. He approaches her in a concerned manner, but she kisses him instead. John finds it weird and pushes her away when she tries to bite his lip. The next morning, Nicki observes an increase in Sarah's appetite when she starts eating all the breakfast. John comes out with his bow and arrow and announces he's going for a hunt in the woods. Matt and Noah join him, while the girls stay behind and swim. Noah singles himself out in the woods and assembles his camera to take pictures, but gets trapped when a pack of rabid dogs surrounds him. He takes a fall while running away, but Matt and John show up right on time to save him. Noah tries to convince them there's a whole pack of rabid dogs out here, but the brothers refuse to believe it, up until the man from the beginning of the film appears in front of them, severely injured. The dogs attack him and take him away, convincing the brothers they're in real danger. When they get back near the house, they spot the pack staring at them, so they yell at them to get back inside the house while doing the same. One of the dogs grabs Nicki by her legs, so John shoots his arrow at him, but the dog backs off and lets the arrow penetrate Nicki's leg. When taken inside, Noah cuts the arrow and pulls it out. While he's treating the wound, Noah has a breakdown near the window regarding the situation and demands they leave right away. Simultaneously, a huge dog breaks through the window but doesn't attack Noah. It takes a look around and attacks Sarah, but John pins him to the ground with his bare hands, and Matt kills him using the arrow taken out from Nicki's leg. They immediately pack and try to leave, but rush back inside when they spot 2 dogs guarding their plane. Once the dogs disperse, Noah spots their plane drifting away from the window, so they step outside to get it back. John takes one for the team and swims to get the drifted plane back to the dock, but as he approaches near it, he spots 2 dogs guarding the plane. They jump in the water and swim after John, but he immediately swims back to the dock. One of the dogs almost comes close to attacking them, but Noah swings his bat at him with full strength. Everyone runs back inside the house and barricades the windows. They then throw out the dog they earlier killed, which they've now wrapped in a rug. Inside, they generate ideas on what to do next. John wants to leave the island, so they decide to flee in their uncle's car. The boys head out towards the garage, but two dogs show up near the killed dog, prompting the boys to run back inside. Matt comes up with the idea to bring the zipline handle and use it on the cable, which connects the house to the garage. While the dogs cannibalize their dead pal, Matt sneaks out and quietly steals the handle. When he decides to take the ride, Nicki convinces him to let her go instead, since she weighs less and is more athletic. Everyone agrees and lets her go. Once on the roof, she breaks the window and goes inside to start the car, but the engine's dead. The renegade dogs break the front door and surround the car, but Nicki climbs the roof beams and gets back on the roof. John ties Nicki's climbing rope with his arrow and shoots it near the window, so Nicki can create a slope with it and return to the house via zip line. Surprisingly, a dog climbs the roof and comes after her, but she gets on the zip line on time. When she comes back, John and Matt get into a verbal spar because Matt blames it all on John for his inability to think things through. Nicki joins John after the fight and assures Matt doesn't hate him, which makes him feel better. Noah tries playing music on an old music instrument to lighten everyone's mood, which kills the power in the house. He goes down the basement and fixes the tripped fuse, but gets attacked by the dogs, who have infiltrated the basement. At the same time, more dogs try to break in through every possible creek in the house. Left with one option, the friends run to hide in the attic. Matt gets bitten in the shoulder during the run, but John saves him and takes him in the attic. The next morning, they come out of there and find the dogs gone. John and Matt head to the garage to manually start the car by pushing it. Meanwhile, the boys get the engine started, but a huge number of dogs come after them. Matt, who's outside pushing the car, runs and climbs on top of the car. Unfortunately, a second pack of rabid dogs ambushes them from the front, due to which Matt gets back inside the car. John steers the car off the road on a slope in order to get the engine started properly. They almost drive off the cliff, but their car starts last minute, which drives the dogs away. They get back to the house, where a dog attacks Matt through the window, but they manage to get rid of him. When they return, Nicki tells them Sarah doesn't want to run off with them. John goes after her to forcefully get her out, but a dog comes, making eye contact with Sarah. She holds him long enough for John to jump out of the window. She then tries fighting it, but ends up falling off the window, along with the dog, and dying by landing on a sharp metal bar. The remaining friends flee in their car and reach the dog facility, hoping to find power and radio to contact for help. Inside the rusty, abandoned facility, Matt finds vials of toxins, confirming the people were trying to genetically redesign the dogs. Now, they turn the power back on, only to find the radio dead. Nicki spots a dislocated cable outside on top of the signal tower, so John steps up and decides to fix it. He climbs the tower and spots a boat tied to the dock. He fixes the cable and signals Nicki to turn on the radio. Unfortunately, a weird power surge fries the radio and starts a fire. John also gets electrocuted and falls to the ground, where a large number of crazy dogs attack him. Matt comes out wearing a bite protection suit and swings his bat to get the dogs off of John. On the other hand, Smoke gets trapped inside the facility, causing Nicki to run out of breath. A bunch of dogs pay her a visit inside the facility. She unplugs some gas cylinders and opens the door to the room with trapped fire, which causes the entire facility to blow up. Outside, John and Matt are surrounded by even a bigger pack of aggressive dogs, but Nicki shows up in their car and scares them away. John races the car and ends up diving it into the sea near the boat, eventually fleeing with Matt and Nicki. When they reach the middle of the sea, John feels tired and opens the door to go inside to sleep, but a huge dog comes out barking. Here, the movie ends. Thank you for being a part of Black's Movie Recaps. If these tales of mystery and intrigue sent shivers down your spine, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Black's Movie Recap for more bone-chilling narratives. Stay tuned, and until next time, stay captivated.